Welcome back to Learn PHP on Codecademy. We're in the Intro to Built-in PHP Functions section. This is Finding Functions. In order to find out about built-in functions and other language features, you'll want to get comfortable exploring the PHP documentation. The docs can get a little overwhelming. For example, the seemingly infinite index of PHP functions is pretty unwieldy. The documentation contains some lists organized by the topic. This is a list of PHP string functions, and this is a list of math functions. It's often faster to use Google to navigate to the right part of the official documentation, php.net. For example, when I Googled PHP absolute value, the first result was a link to the apps function in the PHP documentation. Let's practice discovering new functions. Our instructions say in the following task, you'll be defining functions which call built-in functions within their function bodies. This time, however, you'll have to search for the correct built-in function. Write a function, convert to shout, which takes in a string as its argument, returns that string converted to all capital letters, and appended with an exclamation point. You should use a specific built-in function to do this conversion. Once you finish writing your function, you should run it using echo to see its output to make sure it's working how it should. Here's some examples. Convert to shout should be able to take a string such as whoa there buddy, and it will return whoa there buddy in all capital. And the same with all these other strings, it should capitalize the ending string. Let's do that now. Here we see string to upper on php.net. Let's click it. String to upper, make a string uppercase. It looks like string to upper takes a string and it will return a string value, return string with all alphabetic characters converted to uppercase. So let's go ahead and use that in our code. Let's run that. We do pass. 2 says create a function tip generously, which takes in a number argument representing the cost of a meal and returns the number with a 20% tip added rounded up to the nearest integer. You should use a specific built-in function to achieve this rounding. Once you finish writing your function, you should run it using echo to see its output to make sure it's working how it should. Here's some examples. Should be able to invoke tip generously with 100 passed in, and it should return 120, which would be that 20% tip added. And it should do the same with any of these others. Add 20% tip and return the total. Let's see what we can use to round up using PHP's built-in functions. Looks like the seal function comes up. Let's click it. Round fractions up returns the next highest integer value by rounding up, num if necessary. So let's implement that in our code. Let's run that. We do pass. 3 says create a function, calculate circle area, which takes in a circle diameter and returns its area. You need to use built-in functions to achieve the exact precision of pi we're looking for. Once you finish writing your function, you should run it using echo to see its output to make sure it's working how it should. Here are examples. Calculate circle area with 25 passed in should return 490.87385212341. And these should all return the calculated area of the circle. So let's see how pi works in PHP. Let's click here. Pi, get value of pi, returns a float, returns approximation of pi. So we literally just do pi and calculate the area of the circle. Let's do that now. And to find the area of the circle, it would be pi times the diameter divided in 2 to the power of 2. So diameter divided by 2 should be in parentheses and then raised to the power of 2. So first we do diameter divided by 2, then we raise that to the second power, and then we multiply that times pi, and this should give us the area of our circle. Let's run that. Oh, let's not forget our semicolon. Run it, and we do pass. And to be extra sure, we could even test it. Let's run it, and we do see here, whoa there, buddy, all caps. We get the 120, and we get the area of our circle. So what we're learning here, finding functions, is just more practice in finding functions online on your own. Don't just stick with one phrase when searching an answer or when looking for a function. And once you find the function, break down the documentation piece by piece. This is key. As long as you're understanding looking up functions on your own and digging in documentation, then you're getting the purpose of this lesson. And I'll see you in the next one.